Good day, friends, and welcome back to Conflicts of the Human Race. Today, I will tell you about the entire story of the Imjin War, 1592–1598. Now buckle up as we begin. In the late 16th century, Japan was unified under the iron fist of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the peasant-turned-warlord who dreamed of continental conquest. After pacifying his islands, Hideyoshi set his sights on Korea as a gateway to invade Ming China, the richest empire on earth. He amassed the largest invasion force in Japanese history. 158,000 soldiers, 9,000 sailors, and 2,000 ships, divided into several armies under daimyo like Kanishi Yukinaga and Kato Kiyomasa. In 1591, orders went out. By spring 1592, the fleets gathered at ports like Pusampo in Kyushu. Korean spies reported the buildup, but King Seonjo of Joseon dismissed the warnings as bluster. Hideyoshi's ambition was fueled by hubris, believing his Ashigaru infantry with Tengashima matchlocks would sweep all before them. Little did he know, Korea's mountainous terrain and Yi Sun-sin's genius awaited. As cherry blossoms fell in 1592, Japanese ports buzzed with unprecedented activity. Thousands of Ashigaru foot soldiers, samurai retainers, and coolies loaded provisions onto massive fleets. Kanishi Yukinaga's 1st Division led with 18,700 men on 60 ships. Kato Kiyomasa followed with 20,000. Horses neighed in cramped holds, arquebuses stacked in bundles, swords sharpened to razor edges. Hideyoshi watched from Nagoya Castle, promising glory and gold. The armada, stretching miles across the Tsushima Strait, set sail on April 13, dwarfing Alexander's fleets. Korean Admiral Yi Sun-sin, stationed south, noted unusual fishing boats vanishing, clear signs of invasion. King Seonjo finally stirred, ordering defenses, but corruption and complacency left garrisons weak. Winds favored the Japanese. By April 14, sails dotted the horizon near Busan. The war that would claim 1 million lives had begun, pitting Japan's disciplined gunpowder army against Korea's outdated forces. On the misty morning of April 14, 1592, Kanishi Yukinaga's vanguard beached at Busampo, Korea's southern gateway. 700 defenders under General Yang Sanbo fired arrows futilely at the landing craft. Japanese arquebus volleys shredded ranks. Samurai charged with yells of "Aye, aye," katanas flashing. Busan citadel fell in hours. Citizens slaughtered, buildings torched. Flames lit the night sky as 20,000 Japanese poured ashore unopposed. News raced north, but Joseon's 20,000-strong army scattered like leaves. Kato Kiyomasa landed nearby, linking forces. Within days, they marched north, brushing aside garrisons at Jinju and other forts. Korean cavalry, once proud, fled before disciplined infantry fire. Hideyoshi's blitzkrieg stunned the world. Seoul trembled 200 miles away. The Japanese steamroller advanced relentlessly. By late April, they crushed Ulsan and Sachon, generals defecting or dying. Kanishi captured Hwasong, then turned to Seoul. King Seonjo panicked, his council bickering amid luxury. On June 2, scouts reported enemies 30 miles south. Seoul evacuated in chaos, palace burned partially, refugees clogging roads. Japanese entered triumphantly June 12, looting palaces, but pressed on. They crossed Imjin River unhindered, reaching Pyongyang by July. Korea's regular army evaporated. Only scattered resistance remained. Hideyoshi, elated, demanded tribute and hostages, planning China next. But hubris blinded him to see vulnerabilities. Amid land catastrophe, hope flickered at sea. Yi Sun-sin, scion of scholars, appointed Supreme Naval Commander in May 1592 despite rivals' jealousy. Patrolling Jeolla, he destroyed Japanese scouts, capturing spies revealing plans. He revolutionized warfare with turtle ships, ironclad kobuxen covered in spiked roofs, dragon heads spurting cannon smoke, oars powering rams. Crewed by 70 Marines with Hwasong rocket launchers, they outmatched Japanese Atakbun. Training rigorously, his 70-plus vessels struck first at Okpo Harbor May 15, torching 26 enemy ships anchored carelessly. Flames reflected on waves as panicked Japanese fled. 0 Korean losses. His unbroken streak began. June 1592 brought his masterpiece, Battle of Sachin. Japanese supply fleet sheltered in narrow inlet. He feigned retreat, luring 13 warships into ambush. Turtle ships blocked exits, H-Watchers rained 100 arrow salvos, cannons boomed. Japanese flagship exploded. Survivors swam ashore. 1592 peaked at Hansando July 8. He with 56 ships annihilated 73 Japanese in hours using crane wings tactic, sinking 59. Over 9,000 dead. He lost none. Supply lines severed. Japanese land forces starved despite Pyongyang occupation. Kenichi begged reinforcements. Hideyoshi sent more, but seas belonged to Yi. On land, Koreans rallied at Imjin River, October 1592. Generals Kim Si-min and Yi ill-defended with 6,000 against 30,000 Japanese under small Kempotai. Bamboo spikes and barricades slowed assault. Fierce hand-to-hand ensued. Koreans inflicted heavy casualties but buckled after days. Kim died heroically. Japanese crossed, but attrition mounted. Meanwhile, sieges raged. First Jinju Castle held briefly by Kim Si-min earlier, but fell to massive assaults. Righteous armies, civilian militias led by scholar Guak Yi harassed flanks in mountains, buying time. Winter 1592-93. Japanese hold up in occupied north, supplies dwindling. Pyongyang, their farthest outpost, became trap. Ming China, alarmed, mobilized 100,000 under Li Rusong. Scouts confirmed invasion. Emperor Wanli declared war. In February 1593, Li's 45,000 cavalry stormed Pyongyang. Japanese defenders, outnumbered, fought street by street with guns and blades, but crumbled. Kenichi fled south, 10,000 Japanese dead or captured. Ming reclaimed Seoul soon after. Combined Joseon Ming forces pushed Japanese back across Imjin. Korean resilience shone at Hingju March 1593. General Kwon Yul with 3,000 atop mountain fortress faced 30,000 Japanese under Yukita Heide. 9 assaults repulsed with boulders, logs, and H-Watchers. Cliffs slick with gore. Japanese lost 10,000. Survivors retreated. Jinju Second Siege. 14,000 defenders under Ryu Seongryong held massive waves, women fighting too. Victory boosted morale. Righteous armies swelled to 100,000, ambushing convoys in forests. Japanese controlled pockets but bled daily. By mid-minus 1,593, exhaustion set in. Hideyoshi sent envoys. Wanli demanded withdrawal. Negotiations dragged through 1594-96 at border forts. Japanese clung to southern enclaves like Ulsan, Suncheon. Yi Sun-sin patrolled relentlessly, sinking stragglers. Korea lay ravaged, fields trampled, millions dead from famine/war. Peace seemed distant, both sides maneuvered. Hideyoshi, ill, plotted revenge. Peace shattered 1596. Hideyoshi ordered second invasion, smaller but savage. 141,000 troops under Kato, Kenichi again. Fleets sailed late, buffeted by typhoons delaying to 1597. Yi, demoted earlier over false treason charges, watched helplessly as King wavered. Japanese landed Angolpo September 1597 unopposed, recapturing south quickly. Disaster struck Korean Navy October 26, 1597 at Chilchiliang. One Jian, his jealous replacement, sailed 100-plus ships into ambush by 500 Japanese. Arquebus barrages and fireships routed fleet. 50 vessels lost, 9,000 drowned, including one. Japanese ruled seas temporarily. He reinstated amid crisis, with mere 12 ships at Yosu. Miracle at Myeongyang, October 26. He with 13 ships faced 133 Japanese in narrow strait. Tides turned enemy against currents. Turtle ships rammed relentlessly. Cannons roared, H-Watchers volleyed. 31 Japanese sunk, thousands dead. He unscathed. Momentum shifted. Supply woes returned. November 1597, Battle of Hansando, Angolpo. He ambushed Japanese supply fleet off Jeojae, sinking 200 plus in deadliest sea clash. Fires lit night. Japanese Admiral Shimazu fled. Land battles ground on Japanese castles like Ulsan, besieged by Ming Korean forces amid starvation. 1598 sieges intensified. Ulsan Castle. Kato Kiyomasa 10,000 versus 50,000 Ming Koreans. 8 horses, snow for water, repelled 17 assaults. Jinju fell finally, but plague and famine ravaged all. Hideyoshi's health failed. September 18, 1598. Hideyoshi died in Fushimi, urging continuation, but council recalled fleets under Mida Toshi. Withdrawal ordered amid mutinies. Final clash at Noyang, December 16. His fleet intercepted retreating Japanese 500-strong armada. Dawn battle in fog, turtle ships ravaged van. Immortally wounded by bullet, uttered, "Don't tell of wound." Koreans sank 200 plus, but lost ye. Japanese evacuated strongholds, burning supplies. Last troops sailed Tsushima amid pursuits. Korea free but scarred, 1 million dead, economy ruined. Yi Sun-sin enshrined hero. Ming withdrew after tribute. Hideyoshi's dream ashes. Japan turned inward. War reshaped East Asia. The Imjin War ended not with triumph, but exhaustion, Korea's spirit unbroken despite devastation. Hideyoshi's gamble failed utterly, costing Japan 100,000 plus lives, prestige shattered. Turtle ships proved naval innovation's power, righteous armies civilian valor. Ming prestige dented by costs. Legacy endures in Korea's national identity, the eternal admiral. If you liked today's story, make sure to check out our other videos on our channel. Have a nice day.